Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans, to week number 1 here in the Riptide Cup. My name is Zach Vexel. Joining me here today is Sporty FC as we see Astral Fusion facing off against multiple Scoregasms. It is week 1. Everyone has a fresh start here for Sporty. I'm excited for some Rocket League. How about you?
I am. Having been here since season 1, you always mention about, week 1, how exciting it is, how intense it is. It's always intense in week 1. Every single season has always been intense. Even when this league was known as the Bucket League, it's been intense. So yes, we're still here in week 1. And for both these teams, it is, you mentioned it, Astral Fusion, multiple Scoregasms coming in. So pretty fun week 1 match here in the Riptide Cup for both these sides. So really a lot of what is going to be relied on here is getting those goals and getting them early. And especially making sure you get those wins early, because if you set yourself on the right path, then everything else comes together.
Absolutely. A clean slate for everybody. This is the moment to kind of set the bar, Start showing the other teams what you got. I mean, everybody's been waiting for this moment, getting ready for this new season to start, so I'm really excited to see what they end up doing. See some people joining in on the cast. Thank you for stopping on in as we wait for the teams to get on ready to go.
And while you get done that again, I think what's going to be fun about these rosters, I don't know if you have like a rosters page, but if not, I recognize a good amount of these players. I recognize specifically Pumpsy of multiple Scoregasms. He was on Omega last season, I believe. So a player who has been here. He's definitely a veteran in this scene. So no surpriser. No surprising player to come in season 6 here, sponsored by Gamers on TV, Invisburn, Statement, Latin 7 Gaming, Heady Scarf Gang, Purchase and Resell, and Claim to Fame. And I say, let's get this series going. It doesn't matter if you're veteran or new. Week 1 is still just the same, still just as intense. Multiple Scoregasms taking on Astral here in a best of 5 to get your season started. That really is going to matter for a lot of these players. Astral Fusion on the blue, multiple Scoregasms on the orange.
Absolutely jumping on in here now. Let me make sure I got that where it needs to. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. Jumping on in right out of the gate. So far, action going a little bit of back and forth as we see, but so far possession keeping down over on the side of multiple Scoregasms. It seems like Astral Fusion really keeping the aggression on and just keeping the pressure on the goal.
It is, and that's a good thing to start off with, especially at this Riptide Cup level. No team's going to be perfect. No team is going to be able to hold on easily. And that's kind of pressure really does matter as multiple Scoregasms, another shot saved away, but it will fall in. Ox will get on the scoreboard first, and multiple Scoregasms on the next with only 2 shots. They've already found 1 that will be a goal.
Great start already, not even a minute into the round, and already just keeping up the pressure like we were talking about. It seems like multiple Scoregasms need to go. Hold that thought right now. What a great save. We almost saw another one within 5 seconds of the next score. Wow. Ooh, they're already coming out strong. Astral Fusion ready to make a statement here in week 1.
It is a good statement, definitely. I mean, for Astral as Oregon United, actually the full name of the org itself. Last season was the one they'd like to not remember. Astral Warscape, a team that played under Astral United in the Riptide Cup, a team that didn't even complete their regular season, didn't make it to the playoffs. To compare that to Pumpsy right now, multiple Scoregasms, who did not play last season, but did play in the season before, in season 4 on Omega specifically. He was on Omega. I'm gonna find out. He was specifically on Omega Nebula, a team that only lost once in the regular season. That team moving into that final bracket had a pretty impressive run, but overall, again, you're talking about kind of the pressure that's on these teams for Astral as an org. The pressure's on them to perform because right now they are not doing so well. They're playing the defense, and this multiple Scoregasm side is still shooting. Now the shots are up to 4, and the offense only getting scarier.
Absolutely, pressure is on right now, and so far, field is just being dominated ever so much by multiple Scoregasms. Still very tight, but you can see the amount of pressure that Astral Fusion is feeling, having to put 2 men over by the goal. But wow, what a great save coming in as they immediately tried to return it back downfield, and there's a demo right there. Silencer, you're seeing the grave, going to be coming on back here in just a moment. But that is not slowing down Astral Fusion as they are just keeping it down the throat, trying to take the shot, and there it goes. Ritz Bit signs up, sending it on in, tying out this game with 3:30 left.
Yeah, not quick play there. Oxy had the touch too, but he panicked when he noticed Astral Fusion. And the thing about Ritz that helped him in that play, I don't know if he noticed it, but he hid behind the ball. So Ox can't see him. And when he panic flips like that, Ritz can, and Ritz knows that goal is his. Ritz will take it here as Astral Fusion back now. Flashy will be saved away as this multiple Scoregasm side. They've started off well, but the offense coming back against them, and Astral Fusion proving they have some fight still in them.
Absolutely. Keeping up the pressure immediately. Down over on the side of multiple Scoregasms. Astral Fusion wanted to not let this one go too soon. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. We're still sitting at a nice 1-1 going out here. And so far, a really great showing from both of these teams. So far, that field pressure has come back down to even, that ball possession back down to even, you know? And that's what you really like to see, a nice competitive match for these teams. Right out of the gate, the ball is sent towards the goal with a demo. Zensu ends up going down. The rebound is good, and Ox sends it on in. And that is another point on the board for multiple Scoregasms.
And again, that offense still there. Off the back, such a tough read to make, but look at how quick Ox gets to it. He does not waste any time to jump for that. And multiple Scoregasms will make sure they add another, take that lead right back. And Astral Fusion, once again, the pressure is on them.
Absolutely. Now, sending it back on down immediately. Multiple Scoregasms wanting to keep the pressure on over on the side of Astral Fusion. Look at the touches going, just making sure that this goal is under pressure. Constantly, it feels like Astral Fusion has to keep at least 2 people over in the goal area, rotating around and just making sure that this goal is as defended as possible, because there's not a moment's breath for Astral Fusion.
There's Astral sitting back once again. Multiple Scoregasms keeping the offense. Pumpsy way back, Flashy, great first touch. He's gonna get over Ox here. Flipper reset. Zensu will be on the block, but Ritzbits won't challenge. Now Zensu, pumped by Flashy, still here comes Ritz. Astral Fusion, 1 minute to go. They've got to get on the scoreboard quickly. They can't get it there as Ox will send it away. Flashy waiting back. Ox chased down by Ritzbits, still pushing ahead, and multiple Scoregasms at this point, wasting time, wasting the opportunities. Astral Fusion panicking to get upfield.
Ball back over down on the side of multiple Scoregasms. This is the time for Astral Fusion to even it on out, but immediately back in the possession of multiple Scoregasms, wanting to keep up the pressure. A good, nice touch coming out from Ritz, sending it back on down over to the side of multi Scoregasms. But man, with field centered, Zensu ends up knocking down Silencer, keeping him down off the board. Center ball, and a shot attempt gets made. A shot attempt is there, and Ox sends it on in. Yet again, a third one on the board for multiple Scoregasms with 20 seconds left on the board.
Been a consistent issue so far here for Astral Fusion. It's been anything but easy to keep that one out. Multiple Scoregasms just know that, and that's why they're testing them there. They know that Astral Fusion's defense struggles back there, and we're seeing again a consistent strategy that's working so well. Multiple Scoregasms have done their homework. They'll get another one off the back wall with Pumpsy, and that is all but surely going to end game 1.
Had the stats, why don't you, with that was a 7-second goal. Yeah, just about 7-8 seconds, not bad. Just gotta, you know, pump up those numbers right out of the gate here in week number 1 for the season. And with 13 seconds left on the board, I think you might be onto something saying that this might be the end of game number 1, but definitely not the end of the set. Multiple times for Astral Fusion to come on back, and the time is ticking down. 5 seconds low. 4, 3, never mind. You know what? Get one back. Why don't you, Astral Fusion, putting one on the board? 3 seconds left on the clock.
3 seconds, but again, it's only for consolation at this point. Astral Fusion could have win game 1. A lot of the struggles, again, came to the fact that multiple Scoregasms very quickly realized that Astral Fusion's weakness is that back row for Astral Fusion. One of the major concerns they're going to have coming into this game 2 is going to be how do you stop that? How do you prevent those goals, that back wall, from being an exploit? Because if they can't stop it, multiple Scoregasms are going to continue to use it.
Absolutely. What an electric game 1, I have to say. Right out of the gate, teams coming on in, showing us exactly what they can do. And let me tell you about the pressure coming out right away. Multiple Scoregasms taking one up on the set.
Yeah, we'll move on further here to game number 2. And multiple Scoregasms, again, so much of an early offensive push. But they're going to need to rely on even more as how do you continue that? As if you need to know what map you're going to, it's Forbidden Temple.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. We found.
You'll find Forbidden Temple soon enough here as we'll get on good with this matchup. Not Fire and Ice, by the way. Not that one.
I
Not
thought I
day.
did. Oh, not day?
No, not Day. Nope, the other one. The normal one. The night one. I know, it's a little weird. This game has multiple maps doing
Yeah.
the same thing.
We're good.
So,
We found it.
got it.
We got there in the end,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it, my guy. I know, there's far too many maps in this game, and they sort them alphabetically, so finding all of them is not easy.
See, I tried to go the other way. But then there's another alphabetical list over there.
Yeah, so there's a list for all the standard maps and a list for all the non-standard maps.
Alrighty.
So once the end of that list are non-standard.
Yeah.
If you need to know. So it gets a little bit weird, but hey, we made it to game 2 eventually, you know? Doesn't matter how we got there except for the journey, which, I mean, we had an eventful journey. We'll see how these teams are doing it in here. They had a whole minute to talk things out. Astral Fusion, they got to come into this game, and again, the major question is that back wall defense going to stand tall?
So far on this series, multiple Scoregasms leading 1, but already, you know, we're seeing that kind of pressure come on now. What are some things we need to see coming out different for Astral Fusion if we want to see them kind of take one back? And I mean, hopefully it's stopping Zensu, because he just put one in, not even 30 seconds into the round.
Yeah, and again, that back wall is still an issue. They're just testing them there. Silencer, good on him for being there. Just that clear needs to be higher and further away. Instead, it's turned straight in front, and Zensu, very deft touch right to the top left corner. Not even 30 seconds in already, multiple Scoregasms on the board. Astral Fusion looking for that response right off the kickoff, but Ox will clear it away. Pumpsy will actually fake this one to the clear, and you know, for a team that hits it off the back wall, they're making sure that their back wall is safe, and you're seeing that for multiple Scoregasms, it is.
Nice little shadow defense coming out, and seems like Astral Fusion wanting to push up ever slightly and doing the best they can. Ball is clear, though, and it's down on the side over multiple Scoregasms. Flashy trying to get the center ball. The shot is there. Set up, unfortunately, just off the mark. Not able to get it now. The ball clear. Good return coming out from Ritz, sending it right on back down over to multiple Scoregasms and trying to keep the pressure over on for them. Still very even field domination, very even in the terms of possession here in the second game of the set. But multiple Scoregasms leading by 1. 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Still plenty of game left. Can Astral Fusion do it? Flashy centers ball, unfortunately not able to find it.
Astral Fusion, you can feel at this point, this is where things start to get a little bit more different, a little bit tougher. You start to see players kind of get in their head at this point if they just can't get wins. Astral Fusion definitely in their feels right now. You can tell multiple Scoregasms definitely have this team really questioning themselves right now. At this point for Astral Fusion, they've got to be confident. Their playstyle's one that can work. They've done a lot better this game at shutting down multiple Scoregasms. It's just, can they get offense? Sensu, they're going to keep it away, but Flashy will send us down the field. Ox, though, quick turn. We'll try to keep this one going. Touchdown in front, up for Pumpsy, but Silencer will be there first, and Astral Fusion for now just trying to hold on and hold on to defense. But for multiple Scoregasms, the back wall left open. Pumpsy's whipped on it. Flashy's going to score this one. Astral Fusion taking advantage and doing the exact same thing multiple Scoregasms have this series, and that is send it to the back wall, wait for them to miss.
What a great rebound. Look at that, threading the needle right between several members of these teams and just putting it right in the goal, evening out this game. 2 minutes 40 remaining on the clock. We are ready to go, jumping right back into it. Multiple Scoregasms not too happy with that one, immediately sending it down over into Astral Fusion territory. But, you know, maybe I opened my mouth too soon, because it seems immediately Astral Fusion wanting to bite back, wanting to get their game back in this set, wanting to even things on out. Goal is clear. Silencer able to find the ball. Gets centered, though. Close. Good save, though, coming out. Now immediately right on back down. It seems like we're seeing a little bit more life coming out of Astral Fusion here in game number 2. I'm still seeing a lot of defense play, though. Meanwhile, multiple Scoregasms seem to kind of be floating around, rotating around in more or less of a defense, more so kind of like a shadow defense style. Not one to put a man too far back. Meanwhile, it seems like Astral Fusion kind of happy to hang a person back or two at that.
Right now, they're holding that midfield, but it does leave them into positions where they can sometimes push themselves a little too far back. For multiple Scoregasms, the issue is that sometimes it leaves them where they don't actually have that support structure in the right place. But as you said, so far, keeping things even as this game nearing its end. Demo from Zensu. Bumpsy. Up is Ox, but Silencer will beat him on it, and Flashy, a lot of open room to work with. Astral Fusion. A bump here in front there, but they'll still have a push. Humpsy to the sidewall. Trying to get that pitch. Silencer. It's in midfield. Ox saved away. Multiple Scoregasms. Gonna push back is Sensu. Bits. Just waiting on that corner right now. Astral Fusion not able to get offense for long. Again, that relatively defensive, passive style could come back to bite them, especially if they sit back like that. As Ox now trying to score again, and Bits will block, but again, you get that sense right now here, Zach, that if they keep waiting like this, goals will go in, and as soon as I say it, multiple Scoregasms find the challenge at the right time, and it's 2-1.
Take a look at that. Shot after shot after shot coming out of multiple Scoregasms. Multiple Scoregasms, quite the multiple barrage of goal attempts getting made. But honestly, a phenomenal defense from Astral Fusion, trying their best to keep it going, trying their best to hold on out. But multiple Scoregasms was just not letting up and immediately getting the pressure back on down, wanting to put another one in and try to seal the deal here in game number 2. But 30 seconds on the clock. There it goes. We need one out of Astral Fusion to send us into overtime at least. I know they can do it, but a shot on the goal goes on in. It's Ox again, sending another one in this game and putting a third one on the board for multiple Scoregasms.
One insurance lead for multiple Scoregasms time. Waning low, and if you're Astral Fusion, at this point, strategy kind of goes out the window. You just gotta throw yourself at it, hope that it works. Because in a match like this, with so little time left, you can't give up game 2. You put yourself in a horrible position in losing game 2. Multiple Scoregasms, at this point, all you need to do is play good defense. Astral Fusion just need to send everything up, but time is running low. Silencer gotta score on this chance, but he won't have the opportunity. Time winds to 0. No chances left for Astral Fusion in game 2. Multiple Scoregasms now on triple match point.
A great job right now already going and putting us into match point. It's just, man, the amount of pressure coming out of multiple Scoregasms is just insane.
It is. They put on so much pressure on their opponents here. Really do put them under. As if you're wondering from match, it's DFH Stadium.
Yeah.
Not day. By the way, it's not the day variety, not the circuit variety. There you go. Again, I don't know why this game's weird.
Yeah.
With all the maps I have, we have so much variety, but it makes things so tough because you have so many maps you could choose from that you love. But I know for so many players they care about what maps they play on. But yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, so much offense from multiple Scoregasms. And just look at the shooting itself, 10-4. Multiple Scoregasms, they won this game based on the volume of shots they had. But as we know, Zach, that can change. If Astral Fusion does show up in game 3, this series can change. And in the Riptide Cup, that happens a lot.
I mean, hey, you know, reverse sweeps are possible any game, any league, any given Sunday, whoever shows up to play. And right now, I gotta say, it's very much multiple Scoregasms. They came out swinging so far, and I'm sure here in our final game, maybe final game, they might end up doing just the same, keeping up the pressure over on to Astral Fusion. Looks like we're getting ready to jump on in. Will this be match point, or will we see the return coming out from Astral Fusion? Will they be able to pull this one on back? We are off and immediately back down on the field side of Astral Fusion. Shot attempts getting made to keep this ball over into the center, but immediately going right back on down. Astral Fusion need to see some life over here. I probably want to see a little bit more offense, a little bit more aggression, and there's my aggression right out of the gate. Riptide ends up knocking down Nox, trying to use that man advantage that they can, but the ball over on the side of multiple over on the side of Astral Fusion instead.
Yeah, there, and actually I just noticed, that's Exotic. His name is apparently flipped upside down on stream, so... I was like, Ox? I was like, who's Ox? I know that's not what the player's name is.
Oh, I see. I looked over, yeah.
If you look on the,
yeah.
The overlay, it's Exotic with his name upside down here for multiple Scoregasms. I was like, who's Ox? Exotic is on the team. Ox is the player that isn't here for the multiple Scoregasms. No matter what, are still pushing up here as Silencer. Zensu not able to get the challenge, but look at this aggression. Look at how high up multiple Scoregasms wants to push this. Look at how much this team wants that first goal. They want it that badly. They're willing to risk their defense just to get to it, just to find it. And that's the kind of risk that they've been using a lot of this series. But in this game, I think it's really definitely showing that this team is so happy to play that aggression. They trust each other that much that's why their offense so far has been a lot better.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's just this aggression coming out. I was always told growing up, good defense is a strong offense. Just keep up the pressure, shove it down their throat, and they won't even get a chance to fight back against you. And it kind of seems like multiple Scoregasms taking that approach. If we just keep shoving it down their throat, taking a shot over on the goal, great save coming out of silence. If we just keep up this kind of pressure, though, over onto Astral Fusion, they won't get a chance to have the goal to themselves. We saw back in that last game, you mentioned it right at the end, 10 shots on the goal from multiple Scoregasms and only 4 from Astral Fusion. It's just this pressure coming out from the aggression of multiple Scoregasms, not even giving an inch to breathe for Astral Fusion. A little bit of a slower pace here, though. I had to open my mouth. Pepsi putting one in. And that's going to be the first one on the board for multiple Scoregasms here in round number 3.
Yeah, an Aqua Touch Flashy. Didn't know if there was a player behind him or not. Zensu was not very far behind, so in a way he has to challenge that, but he jumped a little too early there, and Astral Fusion will pay the price. One goal against already multiple Scoregasms. Doing all to just get on the board. Now they'll go for another one. Exotic! Big dunk in front of the net. It's 2 for multiple Scoregasms.
1-2, turn it around, I have to say, and just immediately. If I'm Astral Fusion, I'm a little bit nervous at this point. What do you do? How do you you need to kind of have this mental reset, and in the middle of a match with 2.5 minutes remaining, half of the game already gone. Well, yeah, manage that. How do you just kind of come back and say, look, reset the mental, let's go. We can still do this. Still plenty of game on the clock. I mean, heck, if they can put up 2 scores in half the game time, so can we, right?
Because at this point, they don't have any more games. They don't have any more lives behind them. They have to win from here on out. Astral Fusion with their backs against the wall with the Astral United org behind them. What do they have in store? What tricks do they pull out here in their week 1 debut? Multiple Scoregasms leading on the offense still. The shots right now 5-1 in favor of multiple Scoregasms. Now looking for number 6. Pumpsy throws to the back wall. Zensu up. No shot on the end of it. Exotic has to turn on this one. Riptide low to go, but Exotic still bites on it. Team bump from Astral Fusion. And the multiple Scoregasms the other way. Silencer. Pumpsy joint to the midfield. Exotic won't have much on it, and Astral Fusion, at least for now, trying to just win this play, get to offense in the first place, and even that is proving to be difficult.
All right, keeping it down now, cutting up the pressure over on to Astral Fusion. Yet again, Flashy with a good, nice, clear ball going. Gets over to the center. The shot is there. The shot is in. Silencer ends up putting it away. What just happened right there? Look at that. You get the knock away. Silencer passes. I'm sorry, the pass comes in. Silencer sends it on in. What? Wow. Okay, I gotta find my words for the kind of teamwork I just witnessed.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you see at the Riptide Cup. Teamwork so often is what leads teams to greatness, and for Astral Fusion, it's not too late to come back in this series, but still 1 goal down. Still, it's multiple Scoregasms who are holding that lead, and time's still an issue right now. Pumpsy, Silencer was going dangerously across the goal. None of his teammates were ready for it as Zensu, ripped off by Riptide. Exotic. Pumpsy not able to get past Flashy. Exotic still waiting on it. Silencer cut off and intercepted by Zensu. Pumpsy now going to net. Silencer with a great save. Less time remaining though. Exotic shot is wide. Multiple Scoregasms again laying siege. We've seen them do it so often. That 3rd goal, it really does feel like that 3rd goal will give them the win, and Astral Fusion has to do all that they can to prevent that.
Time is ticking, getting down to the 30-second mark. Will this be it? Will this be the match point for multiple Scoregasms? They want to put it away. Is this going to be week number 1 for these teams? Astral Fusion, I know, do not want to get swept right now here in week number 1. They've been putting up a great performance, but now we're starting to see the aggression come on out. Riptide leaving out the goal, getting over to the midfield section, but now clear goal. Silencer gonna have to step on back, touch that ball over to the corner, see if they can push it on down. We're getting down to the 10-second mark. We need 1 goal out of Astral Fusion. Can they do it? Can they make 1 more goal happen? And all multiple Scoregasms have to do is make sure that ball touches the ground right now, and that's gonna do it. That is our set here tonight. Astral Fusion gonna walk away. Multiple Scoregasms taking a nice 3-0 victory here.
3-0 sweep, multiple Scoregasms led by the veteran in Pumpsy. And Pumpsy proving that season after season, he's finding teams that will do the dirty work, that can make the wins happen, that can get these series done. A big win here, Zach. For multiple Scoregasms, you couldn't have asked for any better of a start.
Absolutely. Wow. Honestly, the big thing for me was just the aggression coming out of multiple Scoregasms. It felt like they just wanted to keep up the pressure and just shove it down the throat of Astral Fusion. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, the best defense is a good offense, a strong offense. And let me tell you, we saw that exactly coming out of multiple Scoregasms. The amount of ball pressure, the amount of shot attempts being made, and just making sure that Astral Fusion felt like they didn't have a moment where they could just move around. It felt like they constantly had to keep one, even two members over on defense at times. And unfortunately, you're not going to get an attempt to shoot on the goal and score and honestly put some points on the board, which is exactly what Astral Fusion needs to do. You know, honestly, going forward, is there anything we think that Astral Fusion might need to just take a step back, take a look at, and see what it is? A little bit of a reset, I think, is going to be very important after this kind of loss, but very doable reset in my opinion. So what are your thoughts on how they could approach next week?
Yeah, a lot of it's going to take shooting, being able to put on good shots, as you mentioned, but a lot of it's just going to be practicing, getting more used to each other. It felt like that chemistry wasn't really there, Zach, and for Astral, at least here in week 1, but that's why you have multiple matches in a season. One match doesn't define a season for any team, and for Astral, they need to take that by heart, so a pretty important match there, but for now, again, for them, it's really going to be up to them, though, what they practice on, what they improve on, but Zach, congratulations to multiple Scoregasms. They really did deserve that win.
Absolutely, they definitely did. I have to say, I think our lovely Ox Exotic put up quite a showing, putting that ball in multiple times. Honestly, it felt like we were saying his name and saying his name wrong so many times. But honestly, a great showing from multiple Scoregasms as a whole. Just the rotations coming out, like we were saying, to make sure that it constantly felt like there were 3 people down on the side of Astral Fusion. So a fantastic set here tonight and a fantastic bunch of games. 2 great teams. Sporty, thank you very much for joining me here today for this set. Astral Fusion and multiple Scoregasms, thank you both so much for the opportunity. Thank you, RLSS. There we go. And our sponsors of RLSS, we want to thank you all for coming on out. Wow, well, great set, good games. We'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a good night.